A week had passed by since Shinsou joined the hero course. After the first day, filled with emotions and running around, he started fitting in and started hanging out with the Deku squad. In case you can't tell, I was technically a part of the Baki squad, but who the fuck named us after all? It's not that fucker who's gonna follow. Jeez. And because of that, I was able to hang out with Shinsou much more during school. That being said, we still had our nightly coffee hangouts, usually in my bedroom and with Keiki. Tonight was with the others. Shinsou texted me and headed over with Keiki securely in his arms. As per usual, I had a cup of coffee ready for quick consumption. He knocked on the door, so I let him in and a quick smile. We threw our individual drinks down our throats, and I let out a sigh of satisfaction. Shinsou looked at me sideways, confused, and I struggled. Taste anything different? He paused, thinking as he licked his lips. Could it be, a new blend? Perhaps chocolate? I beamed. Ding, ding, ding. My mom sent me a new pack today, and I wanted to try it out. Maybe I should try and savor the taste the next time. Smirking, I brought out 2 large travel mugs and placed them onto my desk. Why not try now? Shinsou raised a brow. Travel mugs? This is special. Are we going somewhere else tonight? He placed Kiki down. She jumped up onto my bed and took a quick cat nap. Lol. Yes and no, my good tired sir. Tonight we will be stargazing on my balcony. I dramatically unveiled the balcony, which I prepared a plethora of pillows, blankets, and fairy lights, with more blankets. I gestured for him to step out onto the balcony, and I followed after him. Lying down next to each other, wrapping ourselves in individual blankets. Luckily for us, it wasn't too cold in Japan, so most of the blankets were used to comfort other warmth. I let out another sigh of relief and joy, happy to drag someone else into my stargazing habits, thinking back to when I would drag my brother or sister, or who else, out for our little stargazing. Shinsou closed the balcony door to keep the room warm and casually asked, The view is amazing, but what do we do now? Relax, look at the stars, drink our coffee, and relax, my dude. Cheers. Cheers. He clanked our travel mugs and sipping our warm drinks. Coffee really is much better in the cold night. I chuckled and suddenly turned to my side to look at Shinsou. Shinsou. God, I can't speak. 1 week of hero training. What do you think of our classmates so far? He placed a free hand behind his head. You have no idea about all the theories I've made so far. My eyes glimmered in the moonlight. Oh, please do tell. Time skip. Our conversation drifted from topic to topic as our laughter filled the cold air around us. Okay, if I killed someone, I would totally burn their body and scatter their ashes so they couldn't be identified, I said, completely serious. You're insane. Everyone knows that you dismember their body and spread it out so that the cops are stuck running around. Oh, and you number your victims, but you skipped a few numbers so that you're stood on a wild goose chase, Shinsou exclaimed, as if it was the most obvious thing in the world. I gave the purple boy a disapproval glare. I'd rather not get caught over making the cops run around. Plus, setting them on fire, I can blame Endeavor. 2 birds with 1 stone. Shinsou sighed in defeat. You're right, damn it. That flaming piece of shit deserves a good murder case. All I could do was blame Headshot. Not as good as a plan as yours, I admit. He held up his arms as if he was surrendering. Laughing, I slightly punched his shoulder, and a great idea suddenly came to mind. You want to play Truth or Dare? Nothing illegal or that would wake anyone up. His eyes flashed with deviousness. You're on, Lynn. No backing out now. I would never. I say, putting my hand over my heart as if I was hurt. Truth or dare? Dare. I'm no pussy. Whoa, okay, cowboy. Slow your roll, I jokingly tease. I dare you to give me your best impression of Aizawa. He suddenly slouched, eyes halfway closed and staring at me. Lynn, no sleeping in class. Hurry up and get back to work. He slurred, mimicking our teacher's voice. Turning into an invisible class by the balcony edge, he continued, Shut up and finish up your essays. I'm going to take a nap. I exploded into laughter, clutching my stomach and trying to muffle the sounds coming out of my mouth. I was practically shaking while also barely being able to force out. That was amazing, Shinsou. How did you... Perfect as glare. His voice. Why are you all on the spot? It's kind of scary. Shinsou started to muffle his own laughing, hiding his redness face into some of the blankets. He's one of my favorite heroes. Of course I had to perfect his voice. Aw, Shinsou, that's adorable. He pushed away my teasing face and composed himself. Okay, your turn. Truth or dare? I'll be unique and go truth. He nodded before answering. Okay. Wow, very unique. Truth. Who has the strongest quirk in our class? He asked, lowering the blanket he had previously covered his face in. I paused, lifting my hand to my chin and stroking it thoughtfully. Brute strength-wise, I'd say Midoriya, but overall power, I'd go with Todoroki. Once he can properly control both sides, I know he'll be a force to be reckoned with. He scoffed. If you manage to strengthen your quirk and get a good night's sleep, you'd definitely be the strongest. Midoriya is just a second behind you. Okay, no need to flatter me. Your turn. Truth or dare? Leaning back onto the pillow and blanket pile, Shinsou struggled. Truth. 2 dares in a row is kind of boring, you know. With my coffee mug in my hand, I asked the purple boy. Ooh, okay. Who's the best boy and the best girl in the class? Boy, Midoriya, girl, Mamo. He immediately answered to my surprise. Wow, no hesitation. Why ain't I the best girl? I asked, giving him puppy dog eyes and making eye contact. He struggled. Maybe if you don't suck at history, you'd be the best girl. I gasped, harshed, and frowned, whining. It's not my fault that the dates are hard to remember. Plus, the teacher always goes through everything too fast. Too many dates and names. Shinsou flicked the center of my forehead. Maybe if you studied and paid more attention for once, you wouldn't be struggling. I called back, rubbing my forehead to ease the pain. Howie, okay, whatever. Hurry up and ask me the next question, I said, pouting slightly. Time skip. Again. Kiss Kaminari, marry Tomiyaki, and definitely kill Monoma. Shinsou listed out, counting each person on his fingers. I chuckled into my fist, and struggling into the blankets further. Sometime during the past hour, we continued playing games and eventually lied down completely next to each other to look up the stars. Understandable. Tokiyami is definitely hubby material. Shinsou rested his right arm on the floor of the blanket beside me. Right? Okay, your turn. Mina, Sue, and Jiro. I'd kiss Sue, marry Jiro, and kill Mina. Shinsou deadpanned at me and turned his head to make eye contact to me, raising an eyebrow. What? Yeah. Sure, Mina's my best friend. I love her and all that, but she's got her heart set on someone else. I won't spoil that. His eyes widened, shocked at my resolve, but not wanting to pry into Mina's personal life. I smiled and turned back to the glowing stars. Okay, the monster trio. Bakugo, Midoriya, Todoroki. He paused, thinking carefully about his options. Kiss Midoriya, marry Todoroki, kill Bakugo. Bakugo would grow a hissy fit if he heard that he thought Midoriya was better kissing material than him. Hey, not my fault. He's probably too aggressive, all right? Your turn. Monster duo again. Shinsou snickered, probably imagining Bakugo throwing a tantrum over Midoriya. Raising my hand up to use my fingers to align the stars, I replied, I gotta agree with you. Todoroki for the money, and Bakugo is just too pissy to deal with. Midoriya just fits in the last category. Shinsou was silent, until he quietly muttered, "What if I tell him you said that?" A flash of fear and anger went through me as I shut up. "You wouldn't dare!" "Dare me?" He smirked, hopping up onto his feet, about to run off the balcony. Before he could even step off the balcony, I tackled him, clinging to his back like a koala bear, with my legs around his waist and one of my arms around his neck, the other grabbing a hold of the balcony ledge to hold back. "Not a chance, Wonder Boy." He deadpanned at the nickname. Do you know I could brainwash you at any moment right now?" I furrowed my brows, letting go of the balcony and bringing my hands together and letting my head lean over his shoulder. "No fair. I didn't use my quirk." I pouted lightly, poking the tired boy in the cheek. Shinsou's face went slightly pink, matching mine as I realized how close we were. Wow, just from hide-and-seek game, except we could now see each other's face. Fuck. He chuckled. Okay, big baby, I won't tell Bakugo. Will you stop pouting so much now?" "You're the big baby," I muttered, burying my face into his broad shoulders. He gently placed me back down onto the blankets and moved to lie down next to me. We kept talking till daylight, knowing that we would pass out in class unless I used my special concoction of 5-hour energy, monster, and black coffee. Gives you energy. A high sugar high. And delicious. I hope we stargaze soon.